There we go. So we get everybody sitting on the mat today. Any seated position that works best for you, maybe sitting on your heels, sitting cross-legged. And I mentioned today is going to be more invigorating, focusing on strengthening, but also opening at the same time. So kind of doing a few more challenging postures, using our core muscles a bit more. We do a lot of relaxing postures a lot of the time. So it's nice to mix it up now and again. We'll start by dropping the shoulders down, maybe doing a couple circles and then letting them fall down and away, closing your eyes, noticing if your shoulder blades, you can feel any tightness in between your shoulder blades or maybe on the tops of your shoulders, front of your chest. Breathing in through your nose, feeling your belly expand as you do so. And then sighing it all out through your mouth. Before we begin, just taking a moment to notice your heart rate, noticing if your mind, your thoughts are racing, and consciously taking this time out to be on the mat and only on the mat. Letting everything else just fade away for this moment. And then blinking open your eyes if they're closed, maybe looking side to side, up and down, moving your neck, maybe rolling your wrists if they've been typing away at a computer or mousing away, just finding that openness, maybe switching directions in your wrists. And then as you inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, twisting over towards the right, a small twist. So don't go maybe perhaps really deep into it yet as we're not super warmed up. But this slight twist coming from the base of your spine first and then your upper or cervical spine. Exhaling deeply here out through your mouth. And then inhaling back to center. Then exhale, twisting over towards the left. Right hand to left knee, left hand comes behind. Again, a gentle twist here. Using your breath to open up your spine. Breathing into the belly, looking over that left shoulder. Into the nose, out to the mouth. And then inhaling back to center, arms reach up, and then fold forward. Walking the hands forward, maybe your arms come all the way down to the ground. And then rocking side to side, keeping those hands flat but opening up in your low back as you fold forward here. Breathe. Pushing yourself back up into seated, coming forward into all fours in our stable top position. Now from here, rocking back and forth on your wrists. Again, we're going to be on our hands a bit today. So coming forward and back on your wrists, sending your hips forward and back, just to find a bit of openness in that wrist, stretch them a bit. And as you're doing this, planting all 5 fingers flat on the mat. So you're palming the mat, not just using your wrist, but also using your hand strength as you do this. Finding your tabletop static now. We'll start by doing a couple cat-cows, dropping the belly, looking up, pulling your shoulder blades together, and as you exhale, curling the spine, looking down into your cat. Inhaling to cow, and exhaling to your cat. 2 more times with your own breath, inhaling. Cow, exhale to cat. One last time, inhaling. Drop the belly, pull the chest through, and exhale to separate those shoulder blades. Walking the hands forward a bit. We'll come down onto our forearms and then let the weight of our hips just pull our shoulders open a bit here. Opening to the chest. Shoulders. sigh it all out through your mouth. With your toes tucked under so that you can grip the mat. Ensuring both palms are flat on the mat. You're going to send our hips up and back into from this posture into our first downward dog. So it's a bit of a different way to get to a downward dog. From here, just sending those hips up and starting to walk our dog. Now, no longer using our forearms, but our hands to support us. Walking that dog, feeling the stretch in your calves as you do so. So emphasizing getting a stretch in those calves. And then finding stillness in your downward dog. Making it so your hips are the highest point. All 5 fingers are flat on the mat. Find the internal rotation of your shoulders. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and looking up, bending your knees and stepping your way to the top of your mat, meeting in a forward fold here, crossing the opposite arms, rocking side to side, opening up your back body, your hamstrings. These subtle movements to open us up. And then finding stillness, we'll inhale to a halfway lift, flat back, and exhale to float it down. Inhale and root to rise, arms circle up towards the sky, looking up towards your hands, and then hands down to heart center in prayer. From here, we're going to be doing a couple of side bends to open up our side body. So as you inhale, placing your left hand on your left hip, inhaling to reach the right arm up and twisting over towards the left. Opening up the side body, you may even want to let your hand slide down the left side of your leg as you find that opening here. Keeping your hips square to the front of the room so you're not twisting one way or the other. Keeping them facing forward. On your next inhale, rising all the way up. Reaching the left arm up this time, and as you exhale, bending over towards the right. And again, using your core muscles here. We don't want to be compromising our back. So using your core as much as you can and using this right hand either on your hip or maybe sliding it down your leg to help stabilize you. So whatever's going to stabilize you on this side, doing that on this side. And then reaching all the way up, both arms reach up this time. And then as you exhale, folding forward, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, raise. Inhale, you get all the way up to the sky. Arms, reach, reach, reach. Holding your arms up in this position here. Reaching as much as you can, opening your side body as you do so. And exhale, hands down to heart center. From here, we're going to be doing the same side bend, but this time with our breath. So as you inhale and reach to the sky, exhale, bending over towards the left. Right arm reaches over. Inhaling back up to the sky, exhale, bending over towards the right. Inhaling to center, and exhale to bend to the left. Inhaling to center, then exhale last time. Last side bend over towards the right. Maybe looking up at your hand. Again, using your core as we do this to help keep that strength going on. And exhale, hands down to your side. Maybe shaking it off a bit. Noticing you're doing a couple of hip circles here, finding that range of motion in your hips. Noticing how that feels. And then we'll inhale. Again, arms to the sky, exhale, bringing it down all the way to your mat. Bending your knees here to help cultivate that belly to thigh connection. So your belly is coming towards your thighs. You can feel free to bend your knees as much as you need as you do this. Maybe letting your head fall down. Just focusing on getting that stretch in your hamstrings, in your calves, and your back body. Inhaling here to halfway lift that back, and exhale, folding all the way down again. This time, bending the knees fully to plant the palms and step or hop your way to the top of the back of your mat in your plank pose. From here, sweeping forward into an upward facing dog. Shoulder blades pull together, looking up towards the sky, finding that back bend. And here we're going to dip our hips to either side. So dipping the left and the right is doing this with your own breath, your own intuitive motion. Doing this, helping to find some openness in our psoas, the front of our body, and opening up, our core muscles that a lot of the time we're sitting at a desk, hold it forward to open those. And then sending ourselves back into a downward facing dog again. Again, finding that belly to thigh connection. So being still here, but bending those knees and sending your belly towards those thighs. You're helping to cultivate that lift in your hips. So your hips are lifting up towards the sky and then sending your belly towards the thighs. And then straightening the knees and see if you can keep that alignment of your hips up to the sky as you do this. One last exhale, then dropping the left heel down, extending the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog, bending that knee, letting it fall over towards the left. Finding an opening in this side. Looking towards your left armpit to help you keep your shoulders square. And inhaling here, on your next exhale, stepping your right foot to the outside of your hands. From here, dropping the back knee. Inhaling to reach the arms up towards the sky, kind of in a lizard, but reaching up. And then as you exhale, we'll fold forward. Hands come down again on the inside of that knee. And then as you exhale, straightening that left leg, keeping a small bend in the knee to the right leg. Keeping a small bend here, finding that hamstring and calf stretch. As you inhale, coming forward again, bending into that knee. And then exhale, to send it back. Inhale to come forward. And exhale to come back. This time, as you come forward, maybe come onto the nice edge of that right foot, and you can reach back if you'd like to grab that left toes if you bend that back. Finding an opening here, deep in the hips. Breathing deep. And dropping that back knee, the back foot, coming back onto the full bottom of your right foot. We're going to heel toe block our right foot out towards the side from here. And from this, we're going to tuck the back toes under, coming into a modified side plank. So you're being supported with this right foot on the ground. And you can stay here with your right arm reaching up towards the sky, or step your right foot back to meet your left in a plank. Using your core muscles here, staying here for 3, 2, 1, dropping the right hand down, coming into a forward plank, bending the elbows, chaturanga, and then inhaling to an upward facing dog. And exhaling, sending the hips back, downward facing dog again. Getting that belly to thigh connection, bending your knees, pulling your belly towards your thighs. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Now we'll plant that right foot down, extend the left leg up towards the sky, bending the left knee, opening that left hip. Looking towards your right shoulder to help square your hips. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Then stepping the left foot onto the outside of your hands, dropping the back knee, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. Looking up, opening your heart, and even coming into cactus arms. As you exhale, dropping the hands down, coming into that lizard variation. Holding here for a moment, and on your next exhale, straightening that left leg, flexing the left foot into our half split. And then as you inhale, coming forward, bending into that knee again. Exhaling to straighten the left leg. And inhaling to come forward. 2 more times. Inhaling to half splits. And exhaling to your lizard. One last time, coming into your half splits. And then your lizard, this time coming onto the knife edge of that left foot if you'd like. Bending the back knee, reaching behind with the left hand to grab that right toe. And opening in this lizard variation here. Breathing deep, opening those hips. Then dropping the back foot, placing your hands down the inside, and we'll heel toe, the left foot out toward the side again. Now, coming onto the side of our right foot into our side plank. Either in this variation, or if you'd like, you can step your left foot back all the way into a plank. Reaching the left arm up to the sky, holding here for 3, 2, 1, dropping the left foot down, coming into a plank, sweeping forward into an upward facing dog, and exhale into your child's pose. Arms reach forward, staying here for a moment. Coming into your wide-legged child's pose now, walking the hands over towards the right, finding that side stretch in the left side. And then walking the hands all the way over to the left, finding a side stretch in that side then. Hands come back, center. Walking them forward, and we'll tuck our toes under again to send us back into our downward facing dog. Walking the dog again. And on your next inhale, we'll look up and step or hop our way to the top of the mat, meeting in this forward fold. We'll inhale to halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, rain it down. Inhaling, reaching all the way up to the sky, looking up, and exhale, our hands come down. So I'm bending the knees slightly, stepping just the left foot back, coming into a pyramid stance. So we're going to have both feet sort of facing forward. Your back leg shouldn't be super far back, should be about halfway down the mat. We'll clasp our hands together behind us so your palms are fully touching here. Inhaling to pull the shoulder blades together, open the chest, and as you exhale, fold forward. Letting your hands come all the way down. Breathing deep here. Going into your pyramid pose. Scissoring the hips, keeping them square to the front of the room. Doing that opposite action with the strength of your legs. And then slowly dropping your hands to come to your hips, using your core to lift all the way back up. We're going to slowly lift off of our back foot, coming into our warrior 3, flexing that left foot. So come forward, keeping your hands either in prayer, airplane arms, or reaching both arms out in front of you. Keeping that core back straight, holding it for 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly bring our left knee into our chest, pulling it here with our hands, and then using your 2 middle fingers, clasping that left toe, extending our legs out in front of us, engaging your core here. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and now we're going to cross over our left leg, cross it over the right, tucking it behind, sitting back with those heels, coming into our Garudasana. Sitting back, bending that right knee, and arms either coming to prayer, or if you'd like, our Garudasana arms, right arm comes in front of the left, and crisscrossing here. So our fingertips find our palms, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Breathing deep. 3, 2, 1, rising up, unclasping your legs. We're going to step the left foot back, pivoting on the left foot, coming into our warrior 2, bending the front knee, arms cartwheel to the side, looking forward. Inhaling here, and as you exhale, exalt your warrior, reaching the right arm up and back. And as you exhale, coming forward, left right arm comes to your right knee, reaching the left arm up and over towards the front. Coming into our side angle posture, looking up towards that hand. From here, dropping both hands to the inside of that left foot, stepping it back into a plank, sweeping forward into your upward facing dog. Then exhale, send it back into your downward facing dog, looking up, bending your knees, stepping your hop away to the top of the mat. Inhale and halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, fold. Inhale to reach all the way up to the sky, reach, reach, reach. And then hands come down for prayer. From here, taking a moment to center yourself, taking a breath. And then from here, we'll bend our knees slightly, step just the right foot back. And again, as you're doing the other side, about halfway down the mat, not all the way. Arms come behind us, hands clasped together. Inhale to pull the shoulder blades apart. So pull shoulder blades together, your chest opens. And as you exhale, fold forward using your core, letting your hands fall forward to fully open. Breathing deep here, finding that opening. Using the breath here. Slowly rising all the way up. Hands come to your hips. Apologies for my dog. And then we're going to come all the way into our warrior three again, lifting the back foot off the mat, coming into your warrior three. I'm gonna step off for a sec, but keep doing your warrior three. Coming in, holding your core. And then slowly coming forward and bringing that knee into your chest. And then we'll kind of come into our, my dog. So coming into from our warrior three, we are coming into our holding up our hand to foot posture. So using your middle and index finger, extending your leg out in front of you, using your core here, keep you up straight, trying to pull your shoulder back as much as you can. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, then crossing over the right foot, over the left. Coming into our Garudasana, sitting back, bending that left knee. Either keeping your hands in prayer here, again, using your core, or crisscrossing your arms into our Garudasana arms. This time doing the opposite of the last side, pulling those shoulder blades apart, and maybe even reaching your arms up towards the sky a bit to find that action of bringing them all the way up. And then on your exhale, unfolding the arms, unfolding the legs, stepping the right foot back, pivoting on the back foot, arms curled to the side, bending into that front knee, into your warrior two. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, send the left arm back, opening into our exalted warrior, looking up towards the sky. And as you now coming forward, the left elbow comes to your left knee, reaching the right arm up and over towards the side in our side angle posture. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, then dropping both hands down to either the side of that front foot, and stepping the left foot back to meet the right. We'll bend our elbows, chaturanga, and then inhaling to upward facing dog. And then exhale into a child's pose. Into some relaxation. This time doing a close like a child's pose with your knees together. Maybe letting your hands fall behind you to open your hips here. Breathing into the belly. Breathing. From here, placing your hands on either side and pushing yourself back up into seated position. We're going to come into a bit of a back bend here. So we're going to a couple of different variations. We're rising up onto our knees. We're going to come into perhaps a half camel with your hands placed on your spine, pulling the shoulder blades together here to open your chest. And you can slowly start to lean back, using your core as you do so, and opening your chest. A bit of a back bend here. If you'd like, you can reach your hands all the way down to your feet, trying to make it so that your thighs are still facing forward as much as you can. Pulling those shoulders together, opening that chest. And then rising all the way up again, not doing too much to hurt your back. And then we'll fold forward again into our child's pose. Breathing into the belly. From here, pushing yourself up and seated and tucking your legs underneath you. We're going to place the feet on either side of the mat and crisscross them to either side, finding an opening in those hips. And now we're going to start to cool it down. Get a little more relaxing. So as you do this, you're windshield wiping your legs to either side, trying to actually give your glutes a bit of a massage as you do this. Maybe kind of making it so you're leaning back more so you can get more on your glutes. This will help to counteract the work we did with our Warrior 3 and the balancing that we did. Use a lot of glute power. And from here, extending both legs, or actually keeping the bend if you'd like, to lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. From here, placing the hands on the flat on the mat so that you can feel just the tips of your heels touching your fingertips. We're going to come into a few bridges. So as you use your core, we're going to inhale to lift our low back off the mat, coming into a bridge, reaching our arms up and behind us as we do so. And then exhaling to come all the way down. So we're going to do this several times with our breath, inhaling to reach up to the sky, and exhale, coming all the way down. A few more times, inhaling into your bridge, and exhale, coming down. A few more times. We'll inhale, reach the arms all the way up, stretch, 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 open those hips, and exhale, slowly lower your hands, come all the way down. Inhaling again, reaching the arms all the way up with the breath and exhaling to lower them all the way down. From here, tucking your knees into your chest, rocking side to side, noticing how that feels in your back, giving it a bit of a massage here. And then we're going to extend the right leg out in front of us, flexing that right foot, and then lift our left leg up towards the sky. So we can have a couple different hand variations here. As much as you can, flexing that left foot. And while doing so, either placing your hands on the base of your leg, on your hamstring, perhaps on your calf, or if you'd like, and if you have the space, reaching and grounding your toe with your index and middle finger, similar to what we did when we were standing, but now we're on the ground and we're focusing on stretching. So feel whatever you need to take a bend in your left knee, take whatever bend you need, that's really going to give you a good stretch. So here, we're focusing on getting a stretch in our left calf and left hamstring. If your fingertips are clasping your big toe, trying to make it so that your shoulder is in the mat. If you can, or if not, it's no worries. I'll just something to work towards. And then from here, if you're clasping your toes, slowly let it go. Bend that left knee, clasping that knee with your hands, and then drawing circles with that left knee. opening that hip. And then from here, finding stillness, taking both sides out to either side and twisting over towards the right, letting your left knee fall over top of your leg, letting your left shoulder come off the mat as you do this as well, so that you can really find a stretch in your low back. But we try to keep our left shoulder grounded, which you can, but you'll just get a different stretch. So if your focus is your low back, trying to open it down. Breathing into the belly as you do this. And then coming all the way down onto your back, unrolling, kicking both knees into your chest again, and again, rocking side to side. Noticing your neck here, noticing if you're cranking your shoulders, and you're kind of looking behind you with your eyes, and trying to find that length. So kind of flattening and tucking the chin down a bit here. And now sending your left leg out in front of you, and your right leg up towards the sky, flexing that right foot and taking whatever variation you feel like you need to decide in terms of your hand posture. So you can have your palms on the lower hamstring here, on closer to your thigh, and your upper, your hips. Or you can have your hands on your calf, or if you'd like, you can clasp your big toe with your middle and index finger. And again, taking whatever bend in your knee that you would like. You find that a big bend is going to give you a good stretch, but always focusing on actually getting the stretch. So whatever one of these is going to give you the best stretch. It's not about, perfecting some sort of posture. It's all about getting that stretch in those knees. And breathe in deep here. Into the nose and exhaling out. Wherever your hands are, slowly lowering them onto the mat, bending that right knee, clasping that right knee with your hands and drawing circles with that right knee, opening that right hip. Finding that nice range of motion here. Then drawing circles in the opposite direction. Noticing if that gives you the right feeling. And then coming to static, we'll extend both arms out to either side and twist over towards the left, letting your right shoulder come off the mat. Your right knee is draped over the left leg, finding that twist in your low back here. Using your breath, looking over your right shoulder, if you can, find that full spinal twist. Finding some relaxation, practicing near the birds that are chirping in my backyard. Perhaps they are soothing you. And then when you're ready, rolling back onto your back, tucking those knees into your chest again, lengthening your spine by tucking the chin down, rocking side to side. And then this time we're going to come into our happy baby. So legs are bent, and then extending the bottom of your feet up towards the sky, opening up your happy baby. Perhaps like to be static, or you can roll onto either side. Noticing how the breathe. And then I invite you to take whatever final posture feels good for you. As we end our practice, perhaps do like a figure 4 where you're crossing your ankle on top of your knee, the opposite knee, pulling your legs towards you like I'm demonstrating with either side. Or perhaps you'd like to do a shoulder stand or a wheel. Whatever you feel, maybe you want to do legs at the wall. Or maybe you'd like to just come into your cross. So wherever you are, coming into your final resting pose. Extending your legs out in front of you or keeping them bent to support your low back. Maybe you're in fetal position or in a child's pose. Letting yourself melt into the mat, closing your eyes slowly. When you're ready, slowly rolling over onto one side, using biceps as a pillow, waking yourself up just a bit. Maybe keeping your eyes closed if you'd like. Taking these final moments for yourself. And then pushing all the way up into a seated position. Taking a few final breaths here. Into the nose and then out the mouth. One more. Inhaling deeply into your nose, but sending that breath to the belly. And then sigh it all out through your mouth. Opening your eyes, taking in what is going on in the world. Placing your hands maybe on your knees, maybe at heart center. Taking this moment to thank yourself for showing up today, honoring your body, your mind, and your spirit by cultivating your practice, learning a bit more about your own body and taking time for your own wellness. So thank you for allowing me to be your guide. I hope you all